Greetings of peace. Uh, this is Unprepared and Self-Discovery with some help. I just listened to Muji Baba's pointings, invitation, and so have been thinking, what is all this? Comparing it to my religion, which is Shia Islam. So the Quran ayats again, and wondering if what had occurred, what was asked was true or not. So you can go through Muji Baba's pointings at Rishikesh, and I'm doing my own thing right now, thinking what could it be? Like many people do say that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So discovering with my religion, how could it be so? With this bringing the surah verses in, like the Surah Fusilat, or it's called Hamim Sajda. So I'm going to go slow in this. Those who say Allah is one and then remain steadfast, the angels descend on them, saying, grieve not nor fear. Surely we are your friends in this life and the hereafter, and you will receive all that you want. So we've had people saying that to keep ourselves busy. Sorry, excuse me. I have a slight cold still. So to keep ourselves busy so that the devil doesn't bother us. Life is about motion, stagnation, inertia. So this is what I'm contemplating recently. And what actually is this? And who is Muji Baba? So she's, I'm kind of wondering, what is this? Is Muji Baba the Maitriya? Sorry, Muji Baba, I have to bring out the secret. So he does say at times that don't take me as a guru, take me as a friend. So I'm quite surprised. That could it be that Muji Baba is the Maitriya? And I don't know if I can discuss this, but I'm sharing my personal views. And those who get lost, kind of feel confused and feel lost with my things, what I say, they can go back to Muji Baba if they like, for the truth, if they are really, truly truth seekers. So what I am doing is that I don't know. Maybe this is a habit that I'm falling into, contemplations and seeking, and the seeker is far away from the signs. If no, from the truth, if it keeps looking at what's my calling, what's my, where are the signs, oh God, give me signs. So if we go like that, then we can go to Imam Hussain alayhi salam saying that, knowing God, that going to signs and looking for signs, we're still visiting God from a distance. So I'm wondering why my imams didn't tell me this before. What have we missed before? So wondering, what have I missed? So this is like a solitary contemplation. What could I have missed from my religion? The witness, with the help of Moji Baba, still wondering how, that is this a devil? When we leave our minds aside, with this thing that I found searching, wanted to study the mind. So I was thinking, oh my God, I have to study the mind, maybe become a scientist or, a neurologist, or philosophically study the mind. I didn't know where to go. So then I think I remembered Descartes and all this. I've said before in my previous videos. Still have to say this, and there will be people who would hate me for this, not like me, think that I'm doing devil's work. Introducing or asking you, requesting you to go to Muji Baba's pointings, since there have been incidences where he's also been hated for what he's pointing to us, and we do not trust it. And so, what is this? We don't trust it. So God says in the Quran, Holy Quran, trust in God. Believers rely on God. And so I've looked at the mind. Still, there will be, if you're only interested in this, and you are not really, you have a philosophical mind, like I did, thinking, contemplating most of the time. So I wasn't reaching very far. So like-minded people, please, because I don't want to get into trouble, or neither do I want another to get into trouble or misguide someone. But I really think Muji Baba has got it, is God realized. So realizing God, what is. So any fellow Shia Muslim who is in this kind of search for the truth, very confused, if I may be of any help to lead you to Muji Baba. And Like I have been confused in my life. So prayers, obligatory prayers, and all. The Quran, I felt that prayer would help me lift myself up, pick myself up to do things in life. And I felt so lost, I couldn't understand God. And bearing witness to God. Like, how would I bear witness? Sometimes I used to get scared. Excuse me. So if you're in this condition, you can go to Muji Baba. Excuse me, my throat is getting dry and all. And I'm still confused. I must be a rebel or something. Rebelling against what Muji Baba is pointing to me. Pointing to this truth. So doing Descartes, I put aside or even the excuse me. Maybe God doesn't want me to do this right now. Yes, and there will be people who would think that I'm misguiding people. I'm also confused, but I'm telling you my experience that through experience I couldn't follow my religion. I failed to follow my religion sincerely when I wanted to. I thought that I sincerely was going to now. When I came back from London doing law, so I was sincerely going to follow my religion. But I couldn't do it. My health and everything. And then my health was not helping me either. I had chronic fatigue. Then I got the madness, the voices and possession feeling, attacks and all. So I just want to say also that could this be the golden age? We can turn this Kali Yuga, like Muji Baba said, but I don't want to keep on quoting him. You can go to his meditation, pointings. See, and he's such a expert in bringing us home to our true selves. He catches everything that we say that doesn't serve the true existence. So everything has fallen apart for me too. Like nothing is working. So before also in the proof of existence of God, I've mentioned Muji Baba, and then some people who could be following me later or listening to this would be wondering, what in the world am I talking about? Or, my fellow Shias. So, I don't know, with due respect to the religious scholars and all those who have sacrificed their lives, studied the Holy Quran and the Hadiths, the traditions, sayings, and way of life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Panjatan Park and the 12 Imams. Excuse me. So, if you're like me, then very few people could be like me, who could not take it that now Moses, think a reading of Moses, like, is this freedom? Freedom from Pharaoh, then we're running, and been followed by Pharaoh's army, all the ancient, this whole story. And so I got really tired of reading. Like, couldn't there be an easy way? And if this is our true self, leaving aside the mind, and even if you can't, you just concentrate on what is really, besides the mind, like what is, which I was doing with the voices, and there was this pull, and there was someone saying, say Ya Ali, and someone saying Ya Hussein, and I was saying, no, enough. I can't take this, because I was going in a, like, I felt that I was falling in a quicksand. I was going in a quicksand down, no matter how much I struggled saying prayers and all this. Maybe God was preparing me for this that I like to share with you. Muji Baba's coming. And I was waiting for my 12th Imam very desperately at times. I really wanted him. So we have this dua calling Imam Mahdi. Dua, some dua that calls Imam Mahdi. Be quick, come to my rescue. But seemed like there was nothing there but hope that he will come. Yes, it's also called Dua-e-Faraj. Dua-e-Azuma al-Bala. Like all the roads, everything has been closed. And there's nothing I can do. I was hit by, still am a bit, possessed, and whatever the lady in London told me still is happening. The anger, frustration, the madness, and the trappings of the inner self also, like playing against me, forces against me. So some of you may come here and say, what is she doing? I came to this recently. My attention was drawn to this recently. So, and you may say, you may object to this fiercely. That you may think that Quran and religion, and no, not this. This is haram, prohibited in Islam. Empty. What is empty? Like I was speaking to someone, Sayyid Shia on the internet, MSN Messenger, and they were saying, what is this nothing? You know, like, Auzubillah, Nauzubillah, what are you doing? Nothing. There. What nothing are you talking about? It is haram, like it's prohibited. What nothingness? And so, but then I realized that there was a prayer of Hazrat Maryam, Surah Maryam, going to Surah Maryam. Okay, I wish I was a thing quite forgotten and gone into oblivion. So I'm searching here. She says, which verse, which number? So I'm searching. Yes, so, you know, why pray for going into nothing? And it's prohibited. And she wished for death. This translation, Surah Maryam, verse 23. And the pains of childbirth drove her to the trunk of a palm tree. She cried in her anguish, would that I had died before this. Would that I had been a thing forgotten and out of sight. Childbirth pains, anguish. So I've just shown here that it's not haram. Sometimes it does happen that we wish that time that we were nothing and we had been a forgotten thing, like there was nothing. However, yes, a voice, 24 verse, Surah Maryam, but a voice cried to her from beneath the palm tree. A voice cried to her from beneath the palm tree. Grieve not, for thy Lord hath provided a rivulet beneath thee. Verse 25. And shake towards thyself the trunk of the palm tree. It will let fall fresh ripe dates upon thee. This was a voice. This was a voice like in my dream. I get these voices when I was grieving in London. In my dream, I was walking and crying. No, I was walking and really missing someone. And then I heard a voice saying, do you want to see this person before you get the degree or after you get your degree? So after you get your degree, for a second it was like very fast. Like if you say yes after you get your degree, it'll be very good. It'll be really good. So I said, after I get my degree. So, so this I can relate to. A voice cried out. So God speaks to us in our dream through a veil. This is said in another verse of the Holy Quran. God speaks to us through a messenger or like that. You can search through this, Google search. God speaks to us through a veil, like in our dreams, like that. So I'm still wondering, what is this? The witness which comes and goes is not a witness. And I was wondering, so we have in this also, I've been searching, shall I just leave this? Quran ayat. I just want to give you the Quran ayat here. I want to keep this veil. The God communicates through us, to us through messengers or dreams and like that. You can search for it. I can't find it right now. So the thing is that I'm going to the I had this Hindu book. So it's one of the holy scriptures, Rig Veda. No, yes. So the beginning, what was and what is. The beginning, how it all began. Was it the Rig Veda? I really liked it. In the beginning, what was. So, this is how I want to keep this as a record for myself also, and for those. So I'm going to read those who would come later, or maybe find this slow, very slow self-discovery live video helpful, and who maybe afterwards in my condition, God forbid. So I'm reading from Rig Veda hymn. It's a hymn of the 10th mandala, famous. Rig Veda 10, hymn 129. So, yes, the creation. You can go through this, the creation and the Rig Veda. And there's also, if you go like till the end, like who is seeing? Who knows from whence this great creation sprang? He from whom all this great creation came, whether his will created or was mute, the most high seer that is in the highest heaven. Ya Ali, most high, he knows it, or perchance even, sorry, I just dropped my earplug. He knows it, or perchance even he knows not. So, this most high, the most high. You see, okay, so the translation, this is in Max Muller's translation. Sorry, if I cannot pronounce Muller's properly. Just this U with 2 dots on top. Oh my God, what is this? So, Most High. So if you look at Imam Ali's name, oh my goodness. This is the hymn of creation. Again, I'm in another, it's, okay, translated by Ralph T.H. Griffith, 1896. So I'm reading the hymn Rig Veda from the Rig Veda. Then was not non-existent nor existent. There was no realm of air, no sky beyond it, what covered in, and where, and what gave shelter. Was water there, unfathomed depth of water? Death was not then, nor was there aught immortal. No sign was there, the days and nights divider, that one thing, breathless, breathed by its own nature. Apart from it was nothing whatsoever. Darkness there was at the first, concealed in darkness. This all was indiscriminated chaos. Am I reading the right one? Yes, yes. Sorry. So it goes on like this. Darkness there was at first, concealed in darkness. This all was indiscriminated chaos. All that existed then was void and formless. By the great power of warmth was born that unit. Thereafter rose desire in the beginning. Desire, the primal seed and germ of spirit. Sages who searched with their heart's thought discovered the existence kinship in the non-existent. Transversely was there severing line extended. What was above it then, and what below it? There were begetters, there were mighty forces, free action here and energy up yonder. Who verily knows, and who can here declare it? Whence it was born, and whence comes this creation? The gods are later than this world's production. Who knows then whence it first came into being? He, the first origin of this creation. Whether he formed it all or did not form it, whose eye controls this world in highest heaven? Whose eye controls this world in highest heaven? He verily knows it, or perhaps he knows not. Whose eye controls this world in highest heaven? Most high. He verily knows it, or perhaps he knows not. So this is it, Rig Veda, the hymn 10, chapter 10, 10th hymn. So then we'll have to go to Imam Ali's Najul Balagha, and how creation took place. Najul Balagha. That's why the Ismailis say that Imam Ali was was the 10th avatar. 10th avatar. Creation. So you can go through the sermon of creation in Najil Balagha. And all this is going on. Oh my God. So I have to record this where I am also. And then I'll be doing more of what Muji Baba has pointed to me to do. But the thing is that I cannot get over my religion. And I also want to help those who may be lost or feel lost like that, or confused. And now we have something which really is this, not even something. It's just nothing. So we don't know. I mean, the mind doesn't know, you see. The mind doesn't know. And so we're finding out. I came here I should actually go to Muji Baba. But my health doesn't allow me. And when I want to ask him questions, I just get caught up, like I'm so confused in everything. And then my religion, so it wouldn't be proper to just go there and ask him these things. I have so much of this, like I bring my religion in, then the Holy Quran verse, then who was Imam Ali alayhi salam? He came from the highest heaven, most high. So his eye, and then we can also hear Abida Parveen's Sufi song, Ali Maula Maula. And what have I missed really? I don't know. Bearing witness. Who is the witness? This witness that does not judge, just observes, doesn't change. So I'm going to go through a lot of, again and again, I keep going through Muji Baba's on Witness YouTube, on YouTube. So overwhelming. And I'm going to, so Muji Baba can show us that, like he did to someone, so the mind says, this nothingness, leave it. We want everything and all this. So you can hear, listen to Muji Baba's Rishikesh, February 23rd, I think, or I don't know, which one was I looking at? And so any Shia out there, Shia Muslim or Muslim, confused, can go through this. Please do. And don't be afraid. What do we have to lose? You know what I mean? If you are in my condition, let's find out, truth seekers. Let's keep our mind, hearts open. give Muji Baba a chance. Maybe even I am not the devil, the little devil that is bringing you away from your religions. You may hate me. You may think, oh my God, what is this? Go read some Surah Yasin. It will give you peace. Keep listening to Surah Yasin or Surah Baqarah. I think it's high time to finish all this up. Everything with due respect to religions. But well, if you are like me, then you will definitely take the risk of discovering, going to Muji Baba. You will, and if you have the money and the health and everything, oh, I think you must run to this Muji Baba Sanghas. Amazing. He's going to burn us up. हम भी फना, जैसे ना अल्लामा रशीद तुराबी राज़ी अल्लाह अन्हु said, फना हो रहे हैं इस बारगाह, अहले बैत के दर पे हम फना हो रहे हैं, something like that. He said, like I'm being annihilated at the threshold, at the barga place of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam. So I do quote these people because this is my solitary. It's a private, should have been private, but I have now made it public. God knows when death will come. We will die. And then, you know what I mean, that maybe this could help someone. So, you know how they used to tell us that the idle mind is the devil's workshop, and one should keep oneself busy in work and activities. So, but I wanted to stop and find out, what is God telling me? Who is God? Then I came to, who am I? Because how will I believe in God? And why haven't the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam shown me with proof, not by the miracles and everything? It will not be enough. It all falls apart in times when you are really, like, you know, you can't hold on to this belief, blind belief. It has to be proven, shown. So we don't have that test that it's a blind belief. No. But what Muji Baba is also saying, trust in God, yes. He is there. There's a highest power. And so we've come close to that. And I've seen that the mind is changing, and whatever Muji Baba is saying is correct. You will see it, he will show you, and he's got that Maitreya, you know Maitreya, that friend and that energy, the divine. When you sit with the divine Buddha, the greatest Buddha, then you will know, like if you sit with the true prophet, you will know the energy will pass to you, that true energy. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Sorry about the coughs and all, and the slowness and not being prepared. I'll come back later, hopefully, if I have to, or maybe it's enough. I'll be sitting and marinating in Muji Baba's pointings. Thank you so much. All the best. God bless. Ameen.